Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It is a wild, crazy day in the soap world, and honestly, we have so much to unpack right now that I don't even know where to begin. Grab a coffee, or maybe something stronger, because what we just witnessed on our screens has completely changed the landscape of this show forever. And I'm still sitting here staring at my screen, just totally in shock. I mean, we all knew that the tension between the Logans and the Forresters was reaching a boiling point. We knew Katie was pushing hard to get Hope to join her new fashion house. We knew all of that. But I don't think a single one of us, not even the most hardcore fans on social media who predict everything, could have seen this specific disaster coming. It was a bloodbath, an emotional, physical, family-destroying bloodbath. And it all went down on a literal catwalk. So let's just dive right into the absolute mess that was the massive launch of the Logan fashion brand. So the episode starts, and the hype for this Logan fashion brand launch is just off the charts. Katie has been working her PR machine to the bone. Bill Spencer is throwing his money and his influence around like it's candy. The international media is there. The flashing lights, the red carpet, the whole 9 yards. It is the biggest fashion event of the year, easily rivaling anything Forrester Creations has done recently. And right in the middle of it all is Brooke Logan Forrester. Brooke, who has been fighting tooth and nail for weeks. Brooke, who literally put her own marriage to Ridge on the line, begging him to make her co-CEO just so she could save Hope's line at Forrester. Brooke walked into that venue looking like a proud, supportive sister. She was there to support Katie, because that's what Brooke does, right? She shows up for her family. Even after all the tension, she wanted to be the bigger person and support her sister's big night. But here's the thing. Here is the absolute most twisted part of this entire storyline. Brooke was completely, 100% convinced that her daughter was miles away. Brooke confidently walked into that launch party, fully believing that Hope was away on a mental health retreat. Let that sink in for a second. A mental health retreat. Hope Logan Spencer, the supposed moral compass of this entire show, the girl who always preaches about honesty and integrity, looked her mother in the eye and lied. She concocted this elaborate story about needing time away to heal her mind and recover her psychological state. And Brooke bought it. Because why wouldn't she? Why would a mother ever suspect that her daughter would use mental health as a cover story for a corporate betrayal? It is so dark. It is so incredibly dark for Hope's character. I actually had to rewind the episode because I couldn't believe Hope went that far. And maybe I'm being too harsh. Okay, maybe Hope felt backed into a corner by Steffy. Maybe she felt like Forrester Creations was a toxic environment. But to lie to your mother? To let Brooke fight a war for you? To let Brooke miraculously secure your line back at Forrester, while you are secretly signing a contract with her sister? It's cold. It is ice cold. Hope has officially entered her villain era, and I am both terrified and absolutely fascinated by it. So the music starts pumping. The bass is vibrating through the room. The international press has their cameras ready, lenses focused on the end of the runway. Katie steps up, looking so smug, looking like the cat that ate the canary. She gives this whole speech about the next big thing in fashion, about the future of the Logan brand. And you can see Brooke in the front row, smiling, clapping. She is so oblivious. She has no idea that her entire world is about a minute away from imploding. The lights go down. The spotlight hits the curtain. The crowd goes dead silent. And then the curtain pulls back. And there she is, Hope Logan Spencer. But she's not in some Zen retreat wearing yoga pants. She's standing there, dressed to the nines, looking more powerful and fierce than we have ever seen her. She steps out onto that catwalk as the lead designer of the Logan brand. And she is not alone. Right beside her is Deke Sharp. Yes, Deke Sharp, the guy Katie just offered that amazing business opportunity to. They walk out together, the new power duo of the fashion world. The secret is out. The betrayal is public. It is live, in front of the entire world. The camera pans to Brooke, and you guys, the look on her face will haunt me for the rest of this season. It was like watching a car crash in slow motion. You could literally see the exact second her brain tried to process what her eyes were seeing. Hope, here, lead designer, working with Katie, working with Deke. The betrayal didn't just hit her, It crashed over her like a tidal wave. Brooke realized in that fraction of a second that her daughter had secretly joined the rival company. She realized that Hope had been lying to her for weeks. She realized that Katie knew. That Liam probably knew. That everyone was in on this massive, humiliating joke, except for her. But the writers didn't stop there. Oh no, they had to twist the knife. Because as Hope reaches the end of the catwalk, the cameras are flashing, the crowd is going wild, and Hope looks down right at her mother. And Hope smiles. But it wasn't a sweet smile. It wasn't an apologetic, "I'm sorry, Mom" smile. It was a triumphant smile. It was a victorious, arrogant, almost vicious smile. Hope was gloating. She was proud of what she had done. She was proud of the deception. And that was the breaking point. That smile was the exact moment Brooke's body just gave out. You could see Brooke gasp. She literally choked on the air. Her hand flew up to her chest. She grabbed the fabric of her dress. The sheer shock, the emotional devastation of realizing your own daughter plotted against you and is now smiling at your pain, it was too much. A severe, violent chest pain hit Brooke right there in the front row. It wasn't just a panic attack. This looked serious. This looked like a massive medical emergency. Brooke couldn't breathe. She stumbled forward, trying to reach out, maybe trying to get to Hope, maybe just trying to find balance. And then she collapsed. Brooke Logan Forrester, the matriarch, the icon, crumbled and fell right onto the edge of the catwalk, right at Hope's feet. The chaos that erupted in that room was insane. The music abruptly cut off. The flashing lights of the international media suddenly turned from capturing high fashion to capturing a medical tragedy. People were screaming. Bill was rushing forward. Katie looked horrified, like the reality of what she had orchestrated suddenly hit her in the face. But the image that is burned into my brain is Brooke lying there on the floor, gasping for air, while the Logan family fractured into a million unfixable pieces around her. Honestly, what were they thinking? What was Katie thinking? Did she really believe that parading Hope out there like a prize pony wasn't going to destroy her sister? Donna warned them. We have to give Donna credit here. A few episodes ago, Donna was practically begging Katie to drop this. Donna told Katie that poaching Hope would cause too much drama, that it would tear the family apart. Donna pushed for peace. But Katie ignored her. Katie's ambition, and maybe her underlying resentment toward Brooke, blinded her to the fact that she was playing with fire. And now Brooke is on the floor having a heart attack. Donna was right. Donna is going to be furious. She watched this happen in horror. And what about Liam? Liam has been pushing Hope to make this move. Liam has been in Hope's ear, telling her to leave Forrester, telling her to take Katie's deal. He wanted total creative control for her. He wanted her away from the Forrester drama. But did he know about the mental health retreat lie? Did he know Hope was going to blindside Brooke in front of the global press? Liam is going to have to carry the guilt of this. His advice, his constant pushing, just put his mother-in-law in the hospital. If Brooke doesn't pull through this without serious complications, how is Liam going to look Ridge in the eye? How is he going to look Hope in the eye? Speaking of Ridge, oh my God, Ridge and Steffy. When word gets back to Forrester Creations about what happened at this launch, the fallout is going to be nuclear. Steffy already hates Hope. Steffy was already looking for a reason to crush Hope for the future. But now that Hope has publicly defected to Logan and caused Brooke to have a medical emergency on a runway, Steffy is going to go on the warpath. She's going to use this as proof that the Logans are toxic, manipulative, and dangerous. And Ridge? Ridge is going to be torn to shreds. He just turned Brooke down for the co-CEO spot. He just broke her heart professionally. And now she is physically broken because of her own daughter. Ridge is going to blame Katie. He's going to blame Hope. The Forrester versus Logan war just escalated from a corporate rivalry to a literal life-or-death family blood feud. And let's talk about Hope again, because I just can't let this go. How does she come back from this? You guys, how does a character recover from lying about a mental health crisis, betraying her mother, and then smiling at her as she collapses from a heart attack? I mean, so characters do bad things all the time. They cheat, they steal, they lie. But this feels different. This feels like a fundamental shift in who Hope is. She has been hanging around Deke Sharp. She has been listening to Bill and Liam. and she has let her ambition completely rot her empathy. When Brooke fell, you could see a flash of panic in Hope's eyes, but it was too late. The damage is done. The triumphant smile is already captured by 100 cameras. The international media is going to run with a headline: Designer's debut causes mother's collapse. Is a PR nightmare wrapped in a family tragedy. And while all this is happening, think about the contrast with the rest of the show. We have Will Spencer over at the bikini bar, pouring his heart out, begging Elektra to get back together. They are having this sweet, dramatic summer soiree romance moment, completely unaware that across town, Will's mother Katie has just triggered a catastrophic medical event for his Aunt Brooke. The pacing of this episode was just crazy. You have young love blooming on one side of LA and a family dynasty literally collapsing on a catwalk on the other. I just keep thinking about Brooke. She fought so hard. She went to bat for Hope against Steffy. She pleaded with Ridge. She managed to get Hope's line back. She did the impossible. She secured the victory that Hope claimed she wanted. And Brooke didn't even get the chance to tell her. Brooke probably walked into that fashion show thinking, I can't wait to tell Hope the good news when she gets back from her retreat. She probably thought she had saved a day. The dramatic irony is just sickening. Brooke saved Hope's career at Forrester, only to find out Hope had already burned Forrester to the ground and joined Logan. It's tragic. It is genuinely, deeply tragic. So where do we go from here? Obviously, the next episode is going to be an ambulance ride. We're going to be in the hospital. We're going to have doctors looking grim. We're going to have Ridge rushing through the emergency room doors, demanding answers. We're going to have Katie crying, probably trying to justify what she did, but knowing deep down that her ambition caused this. And Hope. Hope is going to have to sit in that waiting room, wearing her fancy new Logan designer outfit, knowing that her lies, her deceit, and her cruel, triumphant smile might have killed her mother. I am exhausted. I'm honestly emotionally drained from watching this. The writers really pulled no punches today. They took this simmering tension and just threw a grenade into it. The Logan family is fractured. It is not just a crack. It is a shattered, irreparable break. You cannot unsee what happened on that runway. You cannot take back that smile. You cannot undo a heart attack. I need to know what you guys think. Am I overreacting? Is there any way Hope can justify this? Is Katie the real villain here for orchestrating the whole thing? Or does the blame fall entirely on Hope for lying about the retreat and twisting the knife? Let me know in the comments, because my brain is just spinning in circles trying to process this. I'm going to go drink some water and try to calm down before tomorrow's episode. Because if today was the explosion, tomorrow is the fallout, and it is going to be messy.